On Pride Night at Red Bull Arena, the New York Red Bulls defeat Atlanta United by a final score of 4-0. Nick Guzman here alongside James Burley for WFUV Sports. And James, not a lot of times this season we've seen a Red Bulls performance like this, complete from start to finish.
Yeah, really a build off of that second half on Wednesday against Charlotte where they came back from down 2-0 at the half. This time they're up 2-0 at the half with goals from Daniel Edelman and Cristian Casseres. And then in the second half, Frankie Amaya adds 2 from the bench, 4 goals from central midfield. Meanwhile, the 2 strikers that most people anticipated would start for the Red Bulls this year, Dante Vanzeir out injured, and Cory Burke playing for Jamaica at the Gold Cup. So neither of them were available, but they get goals, contributions from central midfield. Unlikely heroes in this one, but like you said, Nick, a complete performance from start to finish, and one to make the Red Bulls fans proud for only the 3rd time at home this year.
Yeah, and some big absences with the CONCACAF Gold Cup going on. John Tolkien getting the start for the United States against Jamaica. Cory Burke on the bench in that one. And also Miles Robinson not available for Atlanta United. There's some big absences on both sides. But for the Red Bulls, a feeling that they haven't really had a lot this season was going into the halftime break up 2-0. They got that first goal from Edelman, beautiful touch off the throw, and then a great finish from him. Cristian Casseres also scoring. So it's 2-0 Red Bulls heading into halftime. And it's really just a performance from start to finish for New York to be proud of, and that's kind of what head coach Troy Lesesne and some Red Bulls players had to say after the game.
Thanks, Troy. Jamaica's about to kick off. Cory Burke is with them. Dante Vanzeir kept out of the squad today, but you get 4 goals from central midfield. Talk about what that was like for you guys today.
Yeah, for Cory and Jamai, I said, look, you guys, good luck today to both of you. And Jamai, don't kick Cory, and Cory, don't kick Jamai, please. And I wish those guys the best, man, because that's going to be a great matchup. I think Jamai's starting, as I understand it. Cory's going to come on. I think with Cory and Dante being out of the mix, and for us to generate 4 goals is again, another positive. Ilias and Tom did a ton of work up top and really set the tone for us. And again, you'd like their work to be rewarded with a goal, but their work was rewarded with 4 goals for the team. So a lot of credit to the entire group tonight.
Speaking of first time in a long time, what did it feel like going into halftime, having that 2-goal cushion as opposed to Wednesday, fighting back against a 2-goal lead?
It was different, but it felt great. There was a lot of energy inside the locker room. Everyone was talking, communicating in a positive manner. It wasn't like in the past where we were kind of thinking the ball might not roll our way, but we had a lot of confidence going into halftime, and I think it showed in the second half.
You guys got 4 goals from midfield today. Center midfielders, You got 4 goals. What's clicking in that part of the
game? It was me, Cristian, Frankie. I mean, honestly, buzzing. And Peter did amazing when he came on. Drew was rock solid in there. Ronnie had great boosts off the bench. I think all of us really were connected today. And to get goals from midfield, it's only going to benefit us because we know the guys up top can finish. And Elias has shown it, Tom, Dante, everyone. Now for the midfield to be adding it, it's going to really start to get the team together.
Red Bulls once again 4-0 victors here at Red Bull Arena over Atlanta United. James, next the Red Bulls will head to Columbus on the road before returning home the weekend after against the New England Revolution. But for the Red Bulls now, it's a performance really to build off of. They were down 2 goals against Charlotte midweek and were able to come back with a strong second half performance. And then from start to finish, just beating up on Atlanta United. But this is an Atlanta team that is the highest scoring team in MLS coming into this one. And the Red Bulls, defense and Carlos Coronel and net really gave him nothing.
Yeah, and like you said, this is a performance to build off of because the Red Bulls, let's face it, don't have a lot of wins in their back pocket to this point this year. Still sitting in 11th, but they are climbing up. This win, a statement against a team that is firmly in the playoff position right now. Atlanta were in 3rd coming into this one. They dropped down to 6th with the result. But like you said, Nick, this Red Bulls team really needed this win to propel forward. And now, against New England and Columbus in their next 2 matches, those are 2 tough teams that are sitting towards the top of the Eastern Conference, and Columbus tied for Atlanta with the most goals in the East and MLS this year. So they have to continue to be this strong and this dominant, this opportunistic and expedient, because let's face it, it was complete performance. But they didn't necessarily control or every aspect of this game. They had bounces that went their way, and they took their chances. So you have to like those vibes and hope that they continue to do that. And to be able to do it against a rival like Atlanta United, it's not the rivalry it was in 2018-19, but many fans will remember what those years were like against this Five Stripes team. So to have that win against this side means all that much more for this group of players.
As we stand here almost in July, it's been a stop-and-start kind of season for the Red Bulls, but this is definitely the kind of performance that can propel them the rest of the season. Major League Soccer, a couple wins and they're right back in that playoff race. That's what the Red Bulls are hoping for this season. They're in Columbus next, and then New England at home the following weekend. But for WFUV Sports, I'm Nick Guzman alongside James Burley. Thank you so much for tuning in.